Okay, we are ready to go with the Super Indy tournament. Welcome to the Monroeville Sports Center in Monroeville, Pennsylvania. My name is Jeff Gorman. We are coming your way on March 22nd of 2002, and we kick off the tournament with a handshake between Chris Hero and CM Punk. This is the first time a tournament like this is taking place in the Pittsburgh area. Talent, like I mentioned, from all over the country. Whoever wins this is really going to have a huge bright spot on his resume, because you'll really prove that he's the best of the best. Punk starting things off with a chain wrestling with a single leg takedown, and Hero kicks him off. Punk off the rope, swing and a miss. Hero trying to maneuver Punk, but he puts on the brakes with a boot to the gut, now a side headlock. These two match up pretty well from a height standpoint. Hero, a little bit of a weight advantage, but both these two very, very skilled. Shoulder block, pretty equal in experience as well. Both these two have a good fan following here in the IWC. They've met each other a lot in the Midwest as well, wrestling for IWA Mid-South. In fact, recently they had a tremendous classic match which went 55 minutes. So these two are actually very familiar with each other, even though they're wrestling each other here in the IWC for the first time. Punk's shoulders will not go down as he's bridging himself up on this knuckle lock from Chris Hero. So these two have obviously taken everything that each other can dish out in that 55-minute classic, but tonight it's a whole different story. You've got to put your opponent away quickly because you have to win twice more later in the night. Hero, recognizing this, goes for the sunset flip, but Punk comes right back out on top with the headlock. So far this match has been pretty scientific. Again, neither man trying to do anything too outlandish in the early going. And now Hero controlling things with the headlock as Punk sends him off. Shoulder block, Punk goes down. Here comes Chris Hero, right into a flying knee by CM Punk. That really rocked him. And Punk takes over with a snapmare and an abdominal stretch. And twisting the neck is CM Punk. We know Punk can go to the air, but he is a very good mat wrestler as well, as he tries to follow up with a forearm to the head. It's a very different mindset in a first-round match like this. Wow, man! Hero came right back with a forearm. You know, you want to really put in a great effort and you want to lay stuff out there, but at the same time, you don't want to tire yourself out, because if you spend everything in the first round, you're going to be a sitting duck in the later rounds. Hero tried to pull Punk out, but he landed on his feet and hits a jawbreaker. Nice move there by Punk, who springs off the top, but Hero caught him. Hero setting up Punk into a backbreaker. Man, oh man, two, and Punk kicks out. That was a nice move. Chris Hero, we really haven't seen him in the IWC for a while, and looks like he's learned even more new tricks since that last time we saw him. Hooks him up. Ouch! Another nice move there, Fisherman Buster into a shoulder breaker. Two, but Punk kicks out again. Man, oh man. Chris Hero really showing us a lot of nice new stuff. Getting the fans behind him as he goes to the top. Moonsault! Looked beautiful until the end there when Punk got out of the way. Punk sets him up for a double underhook into a backbreaker. And snapmares him right off into a backbreaker. But a 2 count as Hero kicks out. Both these guys busting out some really innovative type stuff. Again, they've met each other before and they can't come back to the same old offense. So we're really going to see a lot of innovation in this match as well as in the future rounds. Going for a German suplex, but Hero blocked it nicely. Hero went for it, but Punk landed on his feet. Swing and a miss. Hero from behind catches him in a release tiger suplex. Punk landed almost right on top of his head. Covered by Hero, and 2.5. Man, oh man. Remember, folks, this is just the first match of the first round. Very proud to be bringing you this match on behalf of the IWC, the International Wrestling Cartel, based here in the Pittsburgh area. And we'd like to thank Smart Mark Video for bringing you this entire show. Double chop. And again, Hero really laying it in there. Irish whip. Punk reversing things, but walks into a boot. Hero propels Punk. Hits the blockbuster off the second rope. Punk does. Let's see if he can get the pin here. Now he's got it. No. Hero kicks out. Very even matchup, as we expected here. All 8 of these guys have a very good chance of winning this tournament. You know, you might say the Pittsburgh guys are kind of the underdogs since some of them haven't wrestled all over the place. But then again, a lot of their stuff is... Whoa. A lot of their stuff is really going to be unknown to their opponents. Hero calling for the powerbomb here as Punk straddled himself on the top turnbuckle. He's going to powerbomb him from the top rope? This I got to see to believe. I think Punk does not want to see it happen to him. Punk coming from behind. Look at this. He's hooking up. Whoa! The Pepsi plunge. That's 2, and that is 3. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, CM Punk. Tremendous finish as Punk was able to stop Chris Hero's powerbomb attempt, hooked him up with the Pepsi plunge off the top. And it's a 1-2-3. CM Punk wins it over Chris Hero. Punk moves on to the semifinals of the Super Indy tournament. The IWC Super Indy title tournament continues as we start the semifinals. CM Punk backs Super Hentai into the corner. And a clean break. Tying up once again. And now it's Super Hentai with the advantage. And another clean break. Tremendous sportsmanship shown early on. We'll see how long it lasts. Sorry if I sound cynical, but I have seen a lot of wrestling in my day. Working on the armbar is CM Punk. Hentai flips backwards to alleviate the pressure. And takes CM Punk over and down. Now it's Hentai wearing a different mask than he did in the first round. Nice handstand by Punk to get out of it. And now Punk's back on top. Back and forth, caught him, head scissors, takes him over. Super Hentai now with a leapfrog. Punk over. Back and forth as Punk into the corner, and both men jockeying for position. And that time it was Super Hentai that caught him. Here we go. Super Hentai with a tope con hilo takes out CM Punk on the floor. And lays in the boot. Hentai tossing Punk back into the ring. And a snap suplex, floating into a pin. Only 2. Kicks Hentai out right onto the ref. Punk missed twice, but Hentai's not missing with those chops. Hentai chopping away. Sends him in, and he caught him right near the throat. Referee didn't really get a good look at it. That was legal. Punk says, I've had just about enough of all these chops. And a forearm to the head. Punk holding on to the wrist lock. Flips backwards. Hentai smartly landing on his feet. Whoa, into a victory roll by Hentai, too. Punk kicks out. And the chops start up again. Back and forth, neither man giving an inch. Punk aiming for the head this time. Man, oh man, there was quite a chop. Irish whip by CM Punk. And nails him with a boot to the gut. Punk trying to rough up Super Hentai here. We are in the semifinals. The winner of this moves on to the finals of the Super Indy title tournaments. Hentai reversing things. But Punk caught him coming in. Springboard drop kick, Hentai all the way to the floor. And now Punk checking on his opponent to see exactly where he's at, plotting his next move. Version of a baseball slide drop kick. Whoa! Somersault pescado to the floor. Punk smashing down on Super Hentai. And Hentai right back in. Man, oh man. Punk with no regard for his own safety on that move. And now really starting to rough up the masked man. Hentai beat Orion in the first round. CM Punk defeated Chris Hero to get to this match. And now the vertical suplex. There we go. That is a very smart move by CM Punk. Using that height and weight advantage. Really taking advantage of Super Hentai by holding him up just about as long as he wanted to. Whoa, Hentai really laying in some shots to the face. Punk's IQ may be dropping as we speak. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by CM Punk. Referee John Howard was checking on Hentai there. 2 count. Hentai back to his feet, and again, Punk taking advantage of the height differential here by pounding down with all his might on Super Hentai. Whips him in. Hentai counters and turned it into an octopus hole. Man, he went from the defense right to the offense on that, and now he's stretching out CM Punk. Now into a sunset flip. Can he get him over? No. Punk trying to follow up here. Wow! Nice Mexican suplex there by Punk. Cover, and Hentai kicks out. Punk is really wrestling a smart match, but Super Hentai will not stay down. Punk trying to get the fans behind him, but they really love Super Hentai here too. Now, double arm backbreaker. Punk hooks the leg and gets 2. You can see the frustration on CM Punk's face. And it's the same frustration that all of Super Hentai's opponents have, because he just keeps coming back despite a tremendous beating. In fact, one time right in this building, Hentai ripped up his leg against Brandon Kay. It was just the first fall, and he fought all the way through 3 falls. He was out for a long time after that. Rolling prod hold gets 2, and a clothesline by CM Punk. But it's just a matter of time. Your body just can't take too many beatings, and this is the second beating that Hentai's taken. And now, STF applied here. And now he's pinning back the arms as well. CM Punk really trying to stretch out Super Hentai right now. Hentai can't reach the ropes unless he grabs him with his teeth. I guess that's when wearing a mask doesn't help you. Punk taking his time right now. Things looking pretty good for him as he plots his next move. And plants him. CM Punk wrestling a tremendous match right here. But the question is, can he finally put Hentai away and earn a berth in the finals? CM Punk off the top. And Hentai caught him on the way down. And Hentai's body crashed onto, actually, it was Punk crashing onto Hentai after that. That is such a dangerous move in so many ways. And both men trying to rally the fans behind them. And I guess they're both succeeding if you think about it. Swing and a miss. Russian leg sweep by Hentai. Comes back with a body slam. Hentai still showing tremendous energy. He really knows how to absorb a beating and come back. Splash off the top. 2. No. That was almost 3. And now it is CM Punk on the defensive. Reversal now. Oh. Punk caught him. Forward roll slam. And now Punk's going to follow right up with a split-legged moonsault. Can he get him? No, only 2. And Punk is really frustrated now.
Come on!
Getting upset with the referee. But you just got to give Hentai a ton of credit right now. After going through the match with Orion, and now CM Punk hits the DDT. Punk not going for a pin because he realizes I got to keep pouring it on. Punk heading up. Hentai in from behind. Sunset flip, which basically turns into a power bomb if you're doing it off the ropes. He gets 2. No, very close. Only 2. Hentai trying to get the fans behind him as he starts laying in those shots on Punk in the corner. Irish whip. Hentai went for the shoulder block, but only found the post. Now we'll see if Punk can capitalize. Heading up to the top. And now Hentai rising up to meet him. Wait, we can see the Pepsi plunge again. No, it's something different. Oh my God. Uh-oh. Oh! Wait for the razor's edge, but Hentai counters and gets 3. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Super Hentai! Boy, it really looked like curtains for Super Hentai. He was about to get the razor's edge from practically off the roof of the building, and out of desperation, Hentai with the Huracan Rod, and he's saying 1. And here we go. Daniels offering a handshake early on, and there we go. So it looks like this should be a pretty sportsmanlike match throughout, unless tempers start to flare later on. We've seen that happen a few times. And here we go. Punk and Daniels tie up. Back to the corner. And we're going to clean break. Yes, we do. Referee in there is Paul Turner. These two match up so well from a size standpoint. It's really going to come right down to technical ability. Neither man should be able to out-muscle or out-brawl each other. Very evenly matched. Back in the corner. And another clean break. So far, everything's been pretty much on the up and up. Both guys very cautious. You really need to pace yourself in a match like this. Punk with the arm drag takedown, and Daniels comes back with one of his own. And you see the fans very appreciative of the skills of both these guys. CM Punk winning the IWC title from Jimmy Vegas back in the spring, but unfortunately messing up his head in New Jersey in a match against Reckless Youth. He was on the shelf for a few months, and this is his first match back here in the IWC. And now Punk working on this hammerlock. Daniels trying to get out of it. Into a nice drop toe hold, floats over into a headlock of his own. Daniels taking control now. Both these guys keeping things very basic. You don't want to make a mistake in the early going for something too fancy, because you could be down one fall very quickly. Now, Punk maneuvers his way back into a headlock of his own and takes Daniels over. Counter into a head scissors.
Ask him, come on. No. Come on, Punk. No.
Daniels now grabs the arm, add a little more pressure. CM Punk looking for a way out. And now he rolls backwards and comes up and gets a headlock of his own. So some good mat wrestling here by both men. A quick 2 count by Daniel. But Punk right back on top. Again, Daniel takes him over for 2. And now, Daniel's trying to get himself up off the mat. And he's got a chancery now. Getting a bit of a mat wrestling clinic here from these two guys. I'm sure they'll be hitting the heavy artillery later on. Now, both men back to their feet. Punk with the armbar. Grabbing a full Nelson now. And takes him over the snapmare. And Punk trying to wear down Daniels with a rear chin lock.
No.
These wear down holds are very good in a match like this. You want to just keep your opponent on the defensive. Even if you're not doing a ton of damage, you just want to keep him down, ground him, and wear him down, because both these guys' energy is going to be so important in the final 5 minutes of this match. No score early on. About 4 minutes have elapsed. Daniels with the headlock now, really trying to grind it in there. And Punk trying to break with these shots to the gut. And Daniels puts on the brakes and grinds the headlock.
What do you say now? No. Give up. Come on.
Daniels trying to get Punk to give up. Of course, he's not going to do it this early. But now Daniels doing the wearing down. And Punk again tries to brawl his way out. Sends him across, and Daniels putting on the brakes again. Christopher Daniels doing a very good job here of keeping Punk on the defensive. Finally, Punk sends him across in a shoulder block. Daniels going for a quick pin and gets a 1 count. And Daniels right back to the headlock. Daniels in control right now. It's been pretty much a stalemate all the way through. And now Punk with the head scissors. Kicking out, and a headlock takeover by Punk. So you see neither guy doing anything crazy, as Chuck Roberts, our ring announcer, giving us a 5-minute call. No score in this 30-minute Iron Man match. And CM Punk trying to keep Daniels down, but now Daniels making his way back. And now we see Daniels laying in those shots to the rib cage. Shoulder block by Punk. Daniels is down. Leapfrog. And a handstand by Punk. And we're back to a stalemate. That's where it's been for the first 6 minutes. Neither man getting a clear-cut advantage. It's great to see these two putting on this great wrestling exhibition, of course. We had the injuries earlier this week to Dick Togo and Loki, so neither of them able to compete here tonight. But Punk and Daniels getting together saying, let's put on a great match for the people to see who's the best in the 30-minute format. And Daniels hits a back suplex, the first big move of the match. And now we'll see if he can capitalize. Snapmare takes Punk over and drives the knee right to the chest. Daniels now with a flying mare, and he's starting to rev up the offense. Daniels gets 2. Both guys battling, trying to get that important first fall. Really put your opponent on the defensive. You can take that early 1-0 lead. Neck vice applied now by Daniels. And Punk, again, battling for air, just trying to battle to get back on offense. Thank you for joining us. This is Jeff Corner coming away from the Isoplex here in Canonsburg, Pennsylvania. Daniels missing the elbow. And CM Punk counters with a snap mare and a chin lock. And now, Punk trying to get his offense going. And he's softening up the back. Good series of moves there. Lands the knee and then controls his man. And he's got Daniels down again. So far, CM Punk does not seem to be showing any ring rust at all after that layoff. He was out for about 3 months. And it's really a credit to his toughness that he's even back now. I mean, he suffered a fractured skull. That would put many people out for about 6 months. And you got to wonder if maybe he came back too soon. I guess we'll find out. Shoulder block, Daniels goes down. Punk over, and a big jumping side kick right to the mouth. And the fans really applauding the moves of both men here. Daniels lands the headbutt. And CM Punk is down. Going for about 7 minutes right now. Still no score in this 30-minute Ironman match. And a clothesline takes down CM Punk. Daniels goes for cover and gets 2. So you see the pace starting to quicken a little bit after that early feeling out process. And Daniels, again, nails him with a chop. Oh, he was looking for a move, maybe running up the ropes. But Punk put a stop to that with a clothesline. And now CM Punk with the armbar. Daniels struggling to get back to his feet here. And CM Punk now in control. He's going to run up the ropes. Caught him into a Hurricane Rana. Nicely done. And drills him with the elbow to the mouth. Punk for the pin. Gets a 2 count. CM Punk wants to get that first fall. Unable to do so yet. And he's going to try to follow up. Scoop and a body slam. And now CM Punk heading up the ropes. This may be a little too early. Twisting senton. Nobody home. Daniels was not quite worn down yet. And we'll see if Daniels can capitalize. Daniels scoops him up. Takes him down with a choke slam. And now, went for a double jump moonsault. There it is. Boom, he nailed it. 1, 2. No. Oh, that was close. Daniels so close to getting that first pinfall. We are getting close to the 10-minute mark. No one scored a pin yet. Knee to the gut. Hooks him up. There's the angel wings. He nailed it. And Daniels is going to get 2 and... No! No, CM Punk kicked out of the angel wing. Look out. There's the last right. That's going to do it. 1, 2, 3. Daniels gets the first fall.
Ladies and gentlemen, fall number 1 to Christopher Daniels.
11 minutes in, and Christopher Daniels, and you can see shaking his head, he's pretty upset that he had to hit both of his finishers just to get one fall on CM Punk. He had to use the angel wings and the last rights. And now he's like, okay, you know, realizing there's no bell, the match is going to keep going. And he goes for another quick pin, and CM Punk kicks out. So now Daniels has to realize, geez, what do I have to do to get another fall? Used up both my finishers. Suplex by Daniels, and a 2 count. So now CM Punk in big trouble. He's got to score a pin just to tie this match. Daniels really with the advantage, and he can really wrestle a little more aggressively now. Cranking in this neck bite. And Punk is not about to submit. So Daniels can take a few more risks if he wants to. Even if something goes wrong and he loses a fall, he's still tied up. And CM Punk with very little margin for error. Again, back to this really nice looking neck bite. He's got both forearms in there, cranking on the neck. Punk's not going to submit though. Trying to battle his way out. And again, Daniels with the knee drop. Everything's really going the Fallen Angels' way right now. But what's he going to do? Choking him. Up and over and snapping his neck off the top rope. Christopher Daniels with that 1-0 lead. He's got all sorts of confidence right now. Shoots the half Nelson, goes for the pin and gets 2. But he's a little bit frustrated. He'd love to go up 2-0, but he can't do it. CM Punk fighting very tough. Sends him in. Swing and a miss. Oh, and Punk caught him with a Manhattan drop. And a swinging neck breaker. That bought Punk a little bit of time, but he can't go for a pin. He's taking too much punishment. Let's see if Punk can follow up. There's a chop. This may be a good strategy. Punk to try to just soften him up with some blows. Whips him in and nails him in the knee to the gut. And Punk taking over on offense. Look at this. Holding him up there for an eternity. Vertical suplex by Punk. CM Punk starting to do some damage. Still favoring that neck. Gets 2? No, only 2.
Come on. 2 Punk.
CM Punk trailing 1 fall to nothing in this 30-minute Iron Man match. We are just about 15 minutes in, just about halfway there. Punk with the chops. Now an Irish whip. Here he comes. And he gets elevated to the apron by Daniels. Punk nailed him with a forearm. Heading up. Oh, he's setting him up. Look at this. Trying to position Daniels for his finisher if he can hit it. Here we go. There's the Pepsi plunge. That's going to be 1, 2, and 3. Punk has tied it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this second fall, CM Punk. The falls are now tied at 1 apiece.
We are actually about 15 and a half minutes in, and CM Punk ties the match up with the Pepsi plunge. And it is 1-1. We're at even Steven. And the fans cheering. They're really getting behind both guys. These are 2 of the biggest crowd favorites here in the IWC. Both these men are so spent.
15 minutes has elapsed in this contest. 15 minutes. 15 minutes remaining.
There we go. Now we're at the halfway mark. And now, setting him up for a double underhook backbreaker. Punk going for another quick pin. And 2.
Come on.
Smart strategy here. If you can get a pin, try to hit another quick move, get another quick pin. It's a good way to roll up the score. That's what Punk was trying to do, but he was unable to get the 1, 2, 3. And now, throttling Daniels. Setting this up by grapebining the legs and using Daniels' arm to choke him out. But Daniels is not submitting yet. He's in agony, though, doing so much damage to the neck and the back. And now rolls him over into a submission move. It's the 138 special. Daniels refuses to quit. Reaching for the ropes. Punk has this hooked. And he's able to break it and get a 2 count. That was a nice looking submission move. Countering in midair, Daniels gets only 2. That was nice. And Punk with a big clothesline. 1 fall apiece. We are about 17 minutes in. And again, the fans cheering for both men when they're down. I thought the fans might side with Daniels or Punk, but it's been pretty much right down the middle. CM Punk getting up first. What's he got in mind? Sends Daniels in. Daniels ducks under and just nails him with an uppercut. That was the palm strike. Shades of Jushin Liger. Wow. Hangman's neckbreaker by Daniels, and he nails him with the Shining Wizard. 1, 2, 3. Punk takes the lead. Punk nailing the Shining Wizard, and he now has a 2-1 advantage. And Daniels is behind. We are 18 and a half minutes in. Punk's going to go for another quick pin, and he gets 2. So now the complexion of this match has changed, and it's all in favor of CM Punk. Another chop, and this is really going to wear Daniels down. These guys have already laid out so much stuff and so much energy, and they still got about 12 more minutes to go. But Daniels is getting hyped up. He's firing back. Daniels with some great looking shots and great sounding shots. Irish whip is reversed by Punk, and Daniels sends him right in, hooks him over 2, and only 2. Great looking drop kick by Punk. Even about 19 minutes in, Punk still able to land a very good looking drop kick. Daniels is out on the floor. This is not where he wants to be. He's got some ground to make up here. Trailing 2-1. And Punk trying to get the fans going, rallying behind him. Of course, both these guys wrestling at such a high level. Whoever wins would definitely be a candidate for a title shot at Classic Colt Cabana. Sunset Flip gets 2, Punk gets 2, and Daniels kicks out. We're nearing the 20-minute mark, and both these guys have really taken a pounding. Who's going to be able to dig down and hit the big moves that they need down the stretch? We'll see who can do it. Daniels gets back up, lands a big right hand. Sends him in. And a back body drop. Whoa! Enziguri by Daniels. He just clobbered CM Punk with that one. Both men are down again. And CM Punk rolls out to the floor. You got to give CM Punk a lot of credit for signing on for a 30-minute Iron Man match in his first match back. He didn't just take like a regular match against maybe a young upcoming opponent. Punk really put himself right back in the fire. I think he really wants to get back into the main event IWC Championship scene. And now they're battling on the floor. We are in the final 10 minutes. Look out. Daniels just got thrown shoulder first into the post. And CM Punk rolls him back in. He's got to like this little turn of events. Coming in with a senton is CM Punk. And remember, he's already up 2-1. Tries to make it 3-1, but Daniels kicks out. Now, the clock is starting to become the foe of Christopher Daniels. He's fighting Punk and the clock right now. And CM Punk gets him up. Trying to hook him in a gory special, but unable to do so. The previous damage to Punk's back, he could not hang on to that hold. So Daniels doing a good job of wearing CM Punk down earlier in the match, and it pays dividends later in the match. And Punk's going to have to try something else. Again, can't get him up for that suplex because of all the damage done to the back. And now Christopher Daniels takes the advantage. Tilt-a-whirl slam. Can he get 3? No. Daniels getting a little bit desperate now. He takes, Punk sends him in, misses again, flying body press. Punk gets only 2. Time running out for Daniels. Small package, CM Punk gets 2. Countered by Daniels and 2. And Punk with the clothesline. We are 22 minutes in. CM Punk still with a 2-1 lead. And Daniels is going to have to do something big in order to win this thing.
It's over!
CM Punk says it's over. He's got something in mind. If he can score another fall, go up 3-1, it may well be over for all intents and purposes. Swing and a miss. Daniels misses. Caught him. Hooks him over to submission, and Punk is tapping out. That is it. We are all tied up.
The next fall by submission goes to Christopher Daniels, now tied at 2 apiece.
Christopher Daniels hit the flatliner and then hooked the submission hold. It was a really good one, and Punk had to tap out. And Daniels, just like that, has tied this match up. And we are coming down the home stretch. 6 minutes to go, and we're tied at 2 falls apiece. Both men back to their feet as we start the 5th fall of this match. Nailing each other with forearms. Neither man giving an inch. And Daniels lands a few in a row. Here comes Daniels and gets met with a big drop kick. Punk gets a 2 count. Can't believe that CM Punk can get that kind of hang time on these drop kicks even 25 minutes into the match. Great conditioning and great vertical leap by CM Punk. Winds up the fallen angel. Hooks him up and just dumps him out of a fireman's carry. Second turnbuckle. Goes for the split-legged moonsault. But no, Chris Daniels got the knees up. All tied at 2 as we head down the home stretch of this 30-minute Iron Man match. 2 of the best you're going to see, CM Punk and Christopher Daniels. And they have proven to be very evenly matched. STO! We see that Japanese experience of Christopher Daniels coming to play. Rolling moonsault gets 2. And now Daniels, again, frustrated at his inability to get the pinfall. Lands a headbutt, but that sort of shook up Daniels as well. Daniels getting in some nice shots. Irish whip. Punk caught him. Power slam. 1, 2. No, only 2. We are inside 5 minutes now. Who is going to score that final pinfall? If it is, in fact, one more pinfall left in this match. Both guys are running out of time right now. Into the top turnbuckle. Daniels looks to be in control. Punk floats over and got nailed near the throat with that elbow. Daniels off the top. Oh, and he is now on the top in a very precarious way. Uh-oh. Daniels is hung up. His knee is caught on the top turnbuckle. Referee's got to get him out of there. Look out. Oh, Punk with a running start drop kicked him right in that exposed knee. And Daniels is in agony. And he's just attacking that knee right now. CM Punk, seeing the opening that he needs, he's going after that knee like a shark, and Daniels is in intense pain. And now Punk, he knows he only has about 4 minutes left, but he's very confident in his ability to get a victory in these final 4 minutes because Daniels seems to be really hurt right now. And now, look, he's just trying to hyperextend that left knee. And again, just wrenching the left knee. He could be setting up for a submission. I know he likes to use the Texas Cloverleaf. That could be his method of winning this match. And now, tying up that knee with the electrical tape and turning it into a half Boston Crab. Is Daniels going to give up? He may have very little choice. He really wrenched that knee on the top turnbuckle. And Daniels in big trouble right now.
3 minutes remaining.
Time running out, but right now it's all CM Punk. He's taking his time. See, Daniels right now, he's in no position to do anything offensive right now.
Get up, Daniels.
Punk grapevining that knee, and now yanking back, almost like a figure four. But Daniels firing back with some shots. And Punk trying to get the submission to win this thing.
Shoulders are bad, ref.
Yanking back. And a 2 count. This works as a submission and a pinfall. And Daniels, with these chops, he's got to get out of this hold somehow, or there's no way he's going to win this thing. And now chopping him in the back. Down to 2 minutes. Punk trying to get a submission, but Daniels keeps fighting back. He may have to break this hold. But Daniels broke it for him. Look at Daniels go, continuing to lay in those shots. He can barely put any weight on that knee. Oh, and Punk right back on top. He's going to go right back to that hold. Small package. Daniels gets 3. He got the 1, 2, 3.
The 5th fall is scored by Christopher Daniels.
Wow. Daniels using that move against Punk, had everything all tied up. Daniels rolled over, got the pin, and now Punk is losing 3-2. Fisherman suplex in 2. Daniels still favoring that knee, and Punk is getting desperate now because he's trailing. He's got to get a pinfall, and he's like down to something like 2 minutes.
1 minute remaining.
Okay, make that 1 minute. Takes him down, hooks him over. This could be it, Texas Cloverleaf. Daniels is going to have to give it up. Time running out.
45 seconds.
45 seconds to go. Punk trying to get the submission to tie it up. And Daniels desperately trying to reach the ropes. Oh, he dragged him back to the middle of the ring. Daniels may have to tap out here. He is in incredible pain. Look at that. Punk trying to get the submission. Can Daniels reach the ropes? 15 seconds. In the middle of the ring.
10, 9,
Is Daniels going to tap?
7,
1, 2.
3, 2.
No, he's still in it. And that's it. Daniels wins. Daniels is 1 at 3 falls to 2. Oh my gosh, how did he hang in there?
The winner of this contest, scoring 3 falls to 2. The
Daniels wins it. What a gutsy performance. He was caught in the Texas Cloverleaf for almost a full minute. He did not tap out. He kept hanging in there, and he hung on to a 3-2 lead, and Christopher Daniels is your winner. What a victory. And Punk asking the referee, Paul Turner, didn't he tap out? Didn't he give up? But no. Oh, CM Punk. He wrestled such a smart match, especially down the last 5 minutes. But it was that quick pinfall by Daniels, taking the 3-2 lead, and he hung on for the victory. What an outstanding match this was. Both these guys should be very proud. Unfortunately, Daniels is too injured to feel any pride right now. His knee really took a beating in the final 5 minutes of that match. These fans giving both men a standing ovation. CM Punk got to be frustrated. His first match back, he wrestled an outstanding match. I'm just impressed that he's even here, to tell you the truth. But he just wrestled a classic. So CM Punk really has to know the good things are coming down the line. And now picking up Christopher Daniels. Very nice. Both these guys congratulating each other on a great match. And both men, even though it was so close, even though Daniels wins, very good match by both men. They should both be very proud. Wait a minute! No! Punk! What is he doing? He's going after that knee. CM Punk, I can't believe this. Oh, come on. Daniels won the match fair and square, and now he's got a chair. Oh, come on. This knee has suffered so much damage. How can CM Punk do this? I thought they were giving each other respect, and they were for a second. Come on. CM Punk on top, and now classic Colt Cabana is in there. Good thing the champion, Colt Cabana, is in there to stop CM Punk from doing any more damage. What an incredible display of poor sportsmanship by CM Punk. How disappointing. You know, it didn't have to go down that way. Oh, come on. CM Punk just showing so much bitterness here. Hey, Daniels won. It was a close match, but Daniels won. And now this kind of unsportsmanlike display by CM Punk. That's really disappointing. This is our main event. Colt Cabana defending the IWC title against a man who never lost it in the ring, CM Punk. It was that fractured skull that he suffered in New Jersey. He had to vacate the title, and it was his longtime rival, Colt Cabana, who won the 8-man tournament. So now CM Punk is back, and he's getting his title shot. Strange how things have turned around as a nice drop toe hold. Floating over is Cabana into a chancery. Cabana and Punk, when they came in here, the fans were on Punk's side, and they just hated Cabana. And now it's completely a 180. Kind of like in that last match with sexual harassment and M-Dog and Josh. These two obviously very familiar with each other. They've had like a gazillion matches with each other here in the IWC, in the Midwest, just all over the place. It's just been a classic rivalry. Something about these two as opponents really brings out the best in each other, and now it's for the IWC title. Punk and Cabana moving in slowly, and he comes in looking for a possible single leg takedown, but able to float over and get control of the armbar is classic Colt Cabana. Really wrenching back on that armbar, stretching out that Pepsi tattoo. And now it looks like he's going for that other arm too. Hooking it up, and Cabana just wrenching back there. And a nice takedown and floating over into a chancery is CM Punk and classic Colt Cabana. Norm was talking about Ring of Honor earlier. Both of these guys will be joining Ring of Honor soon. Pepsi will start, that is CM Punk will start next month, and Cabana will start in December. So congratulations to both of them. It's Cabana, again, controlling Pepsi right now. CM Punk. See, they got me doing it. I'm going to call Cabana Coke pretty soon. Cabana now looking for a right hand, but Punk's telling the ref to get him off there before a closed fist can be landed. Oh, and Punk tried to sneak in a cheap shot, but Cabana got out of the way. That's the thing. When you know each other as well as these two do, you have to keep raising the bar. You have to keep coming up with new twists, new innovations in order to beat the opponent, because otherwise, you know, they've seen everything that you've got. You got to keep innovating. Indian Deathlock applied now by CM Punk. And the classic Greco-Roman kick in the butt to get out of it. Turning it into a version of a figure four if he can lay back on it, but Cabana's going to reach the ropes. And CM Punk looking pretty pleased with himself. Obviously, it's much more important for CM Punk to win this title than to keep the adulation of the fans. And Punk was so popular. I mean, he could have been elected mayor. Everybody just completely loves him. You know, he comes out with the big happy music. Everyone's all dancing. But he just threw that out the window. And there was really no real reason for it. I mean, he didn't have to do it. He had that great match with Christopher Daniels. He lost. It was very close. It could have gone either way. You know, he could have just shaken his hand. And the fans would still love him. He'd still respect him. And he'd probably still get this title shot, too. But the bitterness of CM Punk has just completely taken over. Battling over these wrist locks here. And Cabana starts to win the battle. Punk down for two, and he bridges up. Wow, good abdominal strength there by Punk to bridge out of that. Stepping in and now trying to break down Cabana, and he does. Colt snap. Cover, and two. Oh, crashing down and trying to break down the body one more time. Oh, right down on the abdominal muscles. And a 2 count. Punk with the punishment there. Just, ooh, wow. And he bridged out of it. That is really amazing that he was able to kick out with all of Punk's weight on top of him. Monkey flip, holds on to the wrist locks, and now a body scissors. Punk with the body scissors, adding a bear hug. Almost like a double submission hold here, and the champ is in trouble. Having a hard time getting air into his lungs. Battling it out, and there's the elbow right to the head as Cabana doing whatever he can to get out of this. And he just slammed Punk's head to the mat. CM Punk going right back to it. What a brutal war this has been. You know, this is not the kind of offense you usually see out of CM Punk, but he's innovating. He's changing things up. And CM Punk twisting now, and he's got both the legs grapevine into a different kind of submission hold. Look, they're both standing on their head. And they're smacking each other in the face. Wow. That was tremendous. Both these guys doing whatever they can to walk out of here with the IWC title. CM Punk originally winning the title from Jimmy Vegas, and then he had to vacate it. Although he actually did defend it back in April against Eddie Guerrero, back when Eddie was the WWF Intercontinental Champion. That was a title versus title match. Ended in a 20-minute draw. They went into non-title overtime, and Eddie won. But CM Punk really putting a lot of luster on that IWC belt with that match with Eddie Guerrero. And now Cabana winning the title, and he's successfully defended against Shirley Doe twice and Ikuto Hidaka. So both of these guys have really done wonders for the prestige of the IWC title, and now this match adding to that prestige. Shoulder block, Cabana goes down. Here comes Punk. Leapfrog and a big flying body press. Cabana hooks the leg and gets two. And Cabana setting him up and wearing him down, using that chancery hold one more time. Snapmare takes him over and wrenching back on both arms, and he's got the feet behind the head. Another tough submission hold here. This one by Cabana. Stretching out both arms, stretching out the upper back muscles. Cabana trying to get a submission here. But Punk bridging back into a pin. Very smart, but only one. And now Cabana trying to make sure his own shoulders don't go on the mat. It's a stalemate right now. And now Cabana takes the advantage. We've seen a ton of mat wrestling in this match. It's been very good. And Punk will go to the ropes.
Why don't you learn how to do your damn job, huh? When I'm in the ropes, you break it. You understand me?
This is what I'm talking about. Whoa, shoves him down. Christopher Keely Capela, the referee, get right in his face and he shoved him down again. Shoved him, rolls him up. Cabana gets 1, 2. No, only 2.5. Wow. You see, this is what happens. You start slapping people around. Poor Chuck Roberts, he's been pushing him all over the place. He was giving me attitude earlier. He really got physical with the ref, and the ref strikes back. Striking a blow for all of us. Darn it. And now, CM Punk now taking control with the full Nelson. And now working on the arm one more time. This has really been a great mat wrestling war back and forth. And he's going to whip him in reversal. Swing and a miss by Cabana. Punk with a flying body press. We get 2. And CM Punk goes to a rear chin lock to wear down the champion. CM Punk trying to become the first man to win the IWC title twice. We've never had a repeat champion. We'll see if Punk can become the first one. And Cabana with the hammerlock, trying to add the pressure, laying in those headbutts to the upper back. So that really seems to be where he's targeting. He's targeting the back of the neck and the upper back. First with a submission hold and now with a headbutt. And Punk trying to get out of this, backs Cabana into the corner.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And there's the count and a chop. And Punk getting ready to do a little rope-a-dope.
Come on, Colt.
And now he's really made Cabana angry. I think the mat wrestling portion may be coming to a close, and it might be time for the all-out fight to break out. There it is. Several big chops. Whoops. No, it didn't quite work as Cabana takes him down. Took a little too long before laying in the next shot. Cabana winds him up. Sends him in, swing and a miss. Punk. Round and round. Couldn't really hook that arm drag. And Cabana caught him in. Sends him in. There's a reversal. Swing and a miss. What's Cabana going to do? Wow, it just drags him over. Interesting kind of arm drag that time. And again, just falling back into an arm drag. Swing and a miss again. CM Punk catches him and lands an arm drag. And just slaps him in the face again. Look at this. Punk just getting slapped. Sends him in again. Punk flipping over the back. Leapfrog by Punk. Cabana's waiting for him. Punk caught the boot. Flips out. Boy, look at all these reversals that Cabana ends that exchange with a big clothesline. And a 2 count. We see these guys so evenly matched, so familiar with each other, and you never know who's going to win a match between these two. Sends him in, and an elbow by classic Colt Cabana. The champion goes for a pin, and 2. And CM Punk favoring that back that Cabana's been working on. and drilling that knee right to the back one more time. Punk's getting battered, but we've seen him come back. He had that 30-minute Iron Man match, like I mentioned. Last fall, these two wrestled each other in a 33-minute Iron Man match that went into overtime. Punk won that one over Cabana, 4 falls to 3. So these two have obviously thrown everything at each other. Man, another chop. Irish whip. Punk landed very hard. Cabana gets elevated to the apron. Springing into a drop kick, and the champ is down and out. Here comes CM Punk. Whoa! Went for that Hurricane Rana on the floor. That didn't sound good. I don't know, Punk seemed like he landed awkwardly there. He was able to take Cabana over, but Punk really landed hard as well, and both these guys are down. Like him or hate him, and many of the fans have gone from liking him to hating him, but it's good to see CM Punk, you know, starting to get up after that, especially after that harrowing injury he suffered in New Jersey. I mean, I didn't see it, obviously. It was for some other promotion, but I think it was JCW or something. But obviously it had to have been harrowing if he cracked his skull open, literally. So it's good to see Punk getting up, even though he landed very hard. Cabana comes in to break the count, and both these men making their way back to their feet. And Punk back in the ring. Both these guys have really laid it all on the line here. And Punk out to the floor again. He may be seriously hurt. I hate to say it. But he's buying himself a little more time here. Referee may have to check on him and see if he can continue here.
3, 4.
Punk is getting back up, making his way back into the ring. And Cabana coming around the side. And Punk is in there. Cabana looking maybe for some medical help here. Norm just went back to the back. Oh, there he is. He's right there. No one can find Norm tonight. Norm talking to the doctor. I think Punk may have landed on his head again. It sounded like it. I didn't really see it very well from this vantage point. But we are getting some medical attention for CM Punk here.
Hold on. Let's let the doctor check. Norm. Let's let the doctor check. Norm.
Doctor's going to check him out. Here comes the doctor.
Hold on. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out.
And this match is ground to a screeching halt here as the doctor is now checking on CM Punk.
Hey, ref. Stop. Stop. You want to continue, Doc? Ref.
He's checking with Punk to see if he can continue. Let's see what happens.
Want to keep it up?
I think he's going to keep trying to stay in the match. Okay, it looks like we're going to keep going. I hope CM Punk can continue, and the fans cheering for CM Punk's fortitude to try to stay in this. Wait a minute! He was faking it all along, and he nailed it with the Shining Wizard. 1, 2, no, only 2. He faked that whole thing. Oh my God! And Norm Connors, the promoter, is mad. He's walking to the back in disgust. He faked that entire thing. Come on! It was very reminiscent of that previous head injury, and he faked that entire thing. Nails him with a kick to the back. And Cabana is in agony. He gave him a fighting chance. How can he do something like that? Oh, that's just disgusting. Sets him up for a suplex. Well, the match is continuing, but under very dubious circumstances, and a 2 count. This is what CM Punk was stooped to. His own career almost ended, and he basically made fun of that incident in order to get an advantage on Cabana. These fans were so silent. They were just, really concerned about CM Punk's well-being. And he counters like that. Unbelievable. He's fine. He got it shook up a little bit, but he's fine. Rear chin lock applied by CM Punk, who really had us all fooled. Oh, man. And Cabana fighting his way out.
That's terrible.
That was Norm Connors, the promoter. I feel exactly the same way. I mean, he went to get medical attention for him, especially after that head injury. I mean, if you crack your skull open, you should probably stop wrestling for at least 6 months. He came back after about 3 months. That's bogus. And Punk with a big shot. Well, CM Punk has really shown his true colors really throughout this entire night. And now the foot to the throat, wearing down the champion. Punk gets up ahead of steam and drives that foot right through the head. The momentum carrying his foot out of the ropes. And CM Punk could be looking to put this one away here. Stomping right on the back of the head. CM Punk just letting all the frustration out of his system right now at the expense of basically everybody in this building. Here he comes again. No, he missed that time. Cabana got out of the way. And Punk landed hard. And now, winds him up. Reversal drop kick. No, Cabana put on the brakes. What's he setting up for here? Inverted Boston Crab.
No.
Now it looks like he's trying to set up for something else out of this move. He's trying to get Punk's arms, but Punk won't give up the arms. Now he's got the arms. Punk counters it. Actually, Cabana sort of turned it into a pinfall there, but now Punk is countering into the same hold that Cabana was looking for. And Cabana won't give up the arms. Sitting back, a 2 count, and Cabana kicks out. Monkey flip. Punk almost landed on his head again. Not that we would believe him.
You'll feel that in the morning.
Sends him in. Swing and miss by Cabana. And looks like he was going for a German suplex. Turned into more of a takedown there. Both of these guys really, this match taking a big toll on both of them. Punk getting to his feet first. Heading up to the top turnbuckle. But Cabana's on his feet too. Here comes the challenger. Oh, landed right on Cabana's knee in a big old Manhattan drop. There's a chop. Sends Punk across, reversal, and a sleeper hold. And Cabana, after all the punishment he's taking, this hold is sapping the strength right out of classic Colt Cabana. Will he be put to sleep?
What? Check him.
Checking the arm. There's another one. Fans rallying behind him. No, he's still in this thing. He's still up. Cabana getting that circulation going. The champ is still in this match. And Punk riding on the back to add pressure, but Cabana counters. And jumping right back on is Punk. He is not going to let go.
Back up, Colt.
He's cinching it in one more time. And Cabana breaks it again. Punk with a head of steam, but Cabana caught him in a bear hug. He's got him immobilized here. Oh, snaps him over to a fisherman buster. Oh, man. Nice move there by Colt Cabana. But he's really in no position to go for a pin after all the punishment he's taken. These two laying it all on the line for the IWC title. It means so much to both men. Cabana getting fired up. Swing and a miss. Cabana starts laying in the shots. Sends him in and drops him with the elbow. Punk right back up, but Cabana caught him. Caught Pepsi. And drills him with a side suplex. Will that be enough? No, Punk kicks out. You gotta credit these guys' ability and their endurance. Calling for the Colt 45. Let's see if he can hit it. Okay, maybe knees. He changed his mind. Here come the knees. He got him. Wow. That'll do the damage. CM Punk was calling for that Colt 45. He pinned CM Punk 3 times in a row during that Iron Man match to erase a 3-0 deficit and tie the match at 3-3. And he could be going for it right now. No, but Pepsi able to escape, and oh no! Referee Christopher Keely Capela got waffled, and the crowd goes nuts. German suplex. These fans almost like the fact that the referee got nailed. Here comes Dennis Gregory. And Gregory comes in to attack the champion. A poor, hard-working referee like Christopher Keely Capela gets beat up, and the fans cheer. Now he knows how Tim Couch feels. And Dennis Gregory deciding to interject himself into this title match. He's been wanting his own title shot for so long, and now he's like, well, here's my chance to come in and beat up the champ. But he should know by now, Norm Connors has said that you don't get a title shot by beating up the champ, you get a title shot by beating opponents. Sends Gregory into the ropes and a power slam. Here comes Jimmy Vegas, and Vegas is attacking the champion. This must be what CM Punk was talking about with them in the back. He somehow got these two guys on the same page and convinced both of them to help him out. Sends him in, swing and a miss. And a flying forearm by Cabana. What did Punk do to convince these guys? Here comes sexual harassment. They're limping out here after that TLC match. Uh-oh, here comes the powerbomb. Help me get him up. They're going to help him. No, they're going to get Punk. Boom, double back suplex. It's about time. And now the other guys are all fighting. Everybody who's not really in this match are slugging it out. Sexual harassment and Dennis Gregory and Jimmy Vegas. Oh, look at this. They're going to get Punk. They're going to get him. Oh! Punk got nailed with a strawberry surprise. And everybody's dead. The ref is down. Punk is down. Cabana's down. Cabana goes for the pin. 1, 2. No! 2 and almost 3. After all that, this match is still going on.
Come on!
Sooner or later, I mean, these guys can't go much further after all the punishment they've taken. Coming up, oh! Inverted Hurricane Rana right on Cabana's head. 1, 2. No, only 2. I don't know, did CM Punk promise Gregory and Vegas that they'd both get a title shot if they helped him win this match? That's the only explanation I can think of. And Punk comes in from behind. Cabana counters into a victory roll, gets 2 and 3. Cabana wins. Oh, and look at that. Now they're all beating him down. Here comes sexual harassment again. Jimmy Vegas and Dennis Gregory doing battle with sexual harassment. Cabana wins the match. We've got 6 men slugging it out of the ring. Punk continues to hammer on Cabana, who pinned him 1, 2, 3. The match is over, but the war continues. Oh no, they've got the champion tied up. And a huge boot to the face by Punk. Vegas takes his shot. Everyone taking free shots at the champion. Dennis Gregory getting ahead of steam. And nails Cabana. Boy, it's hard to be the champion. You go through a tough match like this and still everybody's beating you down. Cabana is the winner. He's still the champion, but he just got brutalized. Don't give him the belt. Oh no! Punk's gonna use his own belt against him. Man, cracked it right over his head. Obviously, Punk, Vegas, and Gregory are on the same page, even though Cabana is still the champion.
You better stay now. Shut your mouth, Punk.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout and still IWC Champion Classic.
And CM Punk is going to sit out at first, and AJ Styles says, you know, I think I will too. Daniels is like, I'm not going to wrestle myself. And it's very appropriate to have these three guys in there because these are three of the best wrestlers of 2002. I mean, they all have really taken it to a higher level this year. And, you know, we're getting close to the end of the year. We do have another show tomorrow night in Butler. So it's not our final match of the year, but it's getting close. But these three, it's just great to have all these three guys, and it's very appropriate to see who can come out on top between these three with a final victory. Styles with a back body drop on Daniels. Punk sneaks in from behind and hits a back suplex. Daniels with a drop kick and an arm drag. You see what we're dealing with here. Three of the best, so evenly matched. How can you pick a winner? These guys have earned so much respect. Boy, it's a tough life. You got people pulling your hair, your tights all at the same time. And we have a possible three-way lockup. Fans calling out their opinions. These Punk and Daniels had a great 30-minute Iron Man match back in September. It came down to the last moment. Daniels won that match 3 falls to 2. It was a real classic. And now we see these two and AJ Styles in there. Punk and Styles working together, at least for now. And they tie him. No! Styles double-crossed CM Punk and pulled him down by the hair. And Daniel says, great. That's the opening I was looking for. Nice jumping side kick by the Fallen Angel. Big suplex. Daniels gets a 1 count and Punk pulls him off. Putting the boost to Daniels. Hooks him up for a released fisherman suplex. And now Punk goes for the pin. Styles pulls him off. And AJ puts the boost to CM Punk. Body slam by AJ. Nice looking senton. Daniels makes the save. Chris Daniels really getting a lot of acclaim all over the US and in Japan. Big clothesline takes down Styles. CM Punk had a great run as IWC champion and was awesome all over the Midwest. Rakes Daniels across the top. and nails AJ Styles, who became a really big name in the NWA. And of course, all three guys wrestling for Ring of Honor as well. Ring of Honor will debut in Pittsburgh 2 weeks from tonight right in this building. We're all looking forward to that. Punk's got them both and takes them both down. Styles goes out. The Fallen Angel puts on the brakes. And Punk able to counter into Hurricane Rana. Styles, oh, he saw Punk was going for that same move. Spins him around, and Daniels with a... Oh! Great enziguri by Styles there. Swing and a miss. Flying body press, and both men are down. These three wrestling at such a high level. Good spinning heel kick by Styles. And they're really bringing the best out of each other. And a 2 count. Punk now working on AJ Styles. Vertical suplex, and you see the damage it did to AJ. 2 count, Daniels with the save. Shoves him off. And now they're both fighting over who can pin Styles. At this rate, no one will pin Styles. Headbutt. Daniels and Punk were both part of that Super Indy tournament back in March, which was really a phenomenal collection of talent. Super Hentai winning that tournament. And now we see them here in the ring at the end of the year with AJ Styles. Styles now working on the Fallen Angel. Drop kick. Lands right, right in a position to pop to his feet. Styles just a great athlete. Now with CM Punk. Slams him in the ring. And he's going to tie him up. Bridges back into the Muda lock. And flips it over. Really stretching out CM Punk right now. And Daniels. Great move by Daniels. Hit that drop kick on Styles. Of course, Punk was already being punished as he drop kicked the other guy. Chris Daniels is one of the smartest wrestlers you will ever see. And a back suplex. And a 2 count. And it's so hard in a match like this, you got to really kind of immobilize both guys in order to get a pin. So much bad blood between these two. After Daniels won that 30-minute Iron Man match, now they both clobber AJ. 2 count. And this isn't getting them anywhere. CM Punk slamming Daniels as he tries to gain some kind of advantage. We're over 5 minutes right now, and it's been pretty evenly spread among all three. These guys have been really going full tilt. They all want a shot at the title. Knee to the gut by CM Punk. And a great looking back suplex, folded him right up. Of the three guys in the ring, CM Punk is the only man to hold the IWC Championship. Daniels has never gotten a title shot. Styles got a shot in his IWC debut. It was a really great match with classic Colt Cabana. And that was in McKeesport High School. And Cabana came out on top of that one. Styles doing a ton of damage to Punk in the corner. Whips him in hard. And he went in hard. Chopped him right out of the ring. And again, Daniels picking his spot. He waited for Punk to be halfway through the ropes. But single leg takedown, and now working on the leg is Punk. He's got that leg in a figure 4 position. Kind of a standing figure 4. And Daniels with a 2 count. Brutal exchange. It's great to see this high level of talent come to the IWC. I mean, you got so much 2 count. There's so much good talent that wrestles all over the country. Of course, we're really proud of the people who are mostly local here, guys like Sexual Harassment, Shirley Doe, Super Hentai. 2 count. This is, Norm talked about raising the bar. The bar is being raised right now here in the IWC. And that's all up and down the card. Daniels looking to establish some kind of advantage here. He slams Styles and then goes after Punk. And slams Punk onto Styles. There's an interesting idea. And now what's Daniels gonna do? He's got both of them. Hooking them both over into a half Boston Crab at the same time. Is anybody gonna tag? Are they both gonna tag? I don't think I've ever seen one person put 2 other guys in a submission hold at the same time. But Daniels just did it. Now working on AJ Styles. Nails with a forearm. Daniels with an Irish whip on Punk, reversed. Into the boot. Enziguri by Daniels. And the fans with so much respect for Christopher Daniels. He started out very hated here, but he won the fans over. AJ Styles with a nice slingshot elbow, and he gets 2. And this match has not been going on for a really long time, but all 3 of these guys have really taken a lot out of each other. Beautiful looking vertical suplex. Kind of turned it into a bit of a brain buster there at the end. And now it looks like Punk is going to form again, at least a temporary alliance, but Daniels getting out of trouble. Hangman's neckbreaker? No, he causes Punk to hit Styles. Here we go. Oh. Countered. Looked like Daniels was trying to hit a move on both guys. Punk was able to slip out. And now all 3 guys trying to make their way up again. Styles delivers a hard kick. And that puts Daniels right back down. Styles known for a lot of things. He's a high flyer, has a lot of good stuff in his arsenal, but he is also a very hard hitter. And now Daniels is out. Styles out after him. Maybe looking to immobilize Daniels on the outside so he can work on Punk on the inside. Maybe not. Punk tries to get a quick pin. Styles says, hey, that's my pin. Whoa, another chop sends Styles all the way to the floor. Daniels sneaks in for a reverse roll-up. And gets 2. Jackknife pin. 2, Punk bridges up. Backslide, Punk. 2. Big clothesline by Punk. 2-0-3 was close to coming down. Styles tried to make the save, but Daniels barely kicked out. Referee Christopher Keely Capela has had a rough night. He got punched in the face. He's refereed every match except one. We'll see if he can last. Takes him over. 2 count, but Daniels is right there. Daniels tries for a suplex, but Styles blocks it. Both guys blocking each other's moves. Hangman's neck breaker. Both men having a hard time getting up, even though Daniels did the move. Now Daniels goes for a pin. Styles gets a shoulder up. These three guys giving everything they have to get a shot at the IWC title. And that says a lot when you've got a strong champion like Jimmy Vegas and you got all these guys fighting for the belt. It just makes the title more prestigious. And this match is really saying a lot about the IWC title. Even though it's not even a title match. A boot. And again, Styles hits Punk. Daniels doing a good job of using his opponents against each other. And takes both men down. He's like, should I pin one? Should I pin both? How about both? And they both kick out. How about pinning just Styles? He kicks out. How about pinning Punk? He kicks out. Well, he tried all the different combinations. Yeah, except pinning himself. Daniels on top, but Styles caught him. Battling it out. And AJ launches Christopher Daniels across the ring. Punk says, I'm going to take advantage with an STF. Will Daniels give up? And now AJ Styles slaps on a crossface of his own. Double submission. And now AJ really working this hold in on Punk now. He's got the arm bar. Boy, Punk's face looks like it's practically turning blue. No one submits. These guys starting to resort to some desperate tactics, some different tactics, because they've tried some of the more, regular standard stuff in their arsenal, but it's been a three-way stalemate. Punk is in some trouble right now as Daniels tries to get up in the other corner. Punk and Styles battle. And Daniels again sneaks in. This match has a 30-minute time limit. They've already used half of it. Around. Clothesline takes Daniels down. Punk goes to the pin. And a save by Styles. On our last show, we saw two title changes. We saw Dennis Gregory win the belt from Colt Cabana, and Jimmy Vegas won the belt immediately thereafter. But now these three guys are battling for a shot at Vegas. Hooks him up. And no, Daniels with a clothesline. And the fans saluting the effort that all three of these men have displayed. Daniels moving in. Hits him with the Falcon Arrow. And two. Held him up like a vertical suplex, then dropped the Falcon Arrow. We're seeing that move a lot in this match. Trying to sap the strength out of your opponent. Styles, now we get a standing switch. Reverse roll-up, no. Styles puts on the brakes. And a big kick to the chest. And 2 feet to the head. Styles can just strike so quickly. And Punk again goes for the pin. And Styles literally said, no. Punk has had quite a habit of stealing AJ Styles' pin. Styles softening up Punk. Daniels looking for his spot. Flip backwards. Caught him. Caught them both. No, a 2 count. How about on Punk? Foot on the ropes. No, foot on the ropes. A DDT and an inverted DDT at the same time. But Styles couldn't put away either opponent. But Styles has the advantage right now. Every advantage in this match has been short-lived. Clothesline, Punk's over and not out. He is hung up. And now Daniels getting some sweet revenge on CM Punk after that brutal attack that Punk perpetrated in September after the 30-minute Iron Man match. AJ Styles says, I'd like some of that. And Daniels is back for seconds. These guys are fighting over who gets to fight CM Punk. Referee doing his job, freeing Punk from the ropes. Ouch! Punk got knocked to the floor. AJ Styles' back went right into CM Punk's head. Daniels getting set to fly, but Styles puts on the brakes. Jumps him in, swing and a miss. There goes Daniels. Tope Colt Hila. And a twisting pescado by Styles. We've seen they can wrestle, we've seen they can fight, and now we've seen that they can fly. Punk says it's my turn. No! He was unceremoniously kicked in the face. And that flight has been canceled. Great defensive move by AJ Styles. And now Daniels again tries to come in and take advantage. The slugfest is won by Punk. But Daniels kicks out. Punk making his way to his feet. Daniels puts on the brakes. Russian leg sweep. He's gonna get only one because Styles breaks it up. Styles with a forearm. These guys showing that they're in tremendous shape. Again, we've seen Daniels and Punk go 30 minutes against each other. I think they're getting close to 20 minutes right now. But AJ Styles is in very good shape as well. Looks like he can go too.
20 minutes has elapsed. 10 minutes remain.
See, there we go, 20 minutes. Daniels sent out to the apron and tries to fight his way back into the ring. And Styles caught him on top one more time. And CM Punk goes up as well. Look out, folks. This might not be very healthy. Double superplex and everybody's down. We are past 20 minutes, and these three have given their all in a quest to become the IWC champion. And it's still basically impossible to pick a winner or see who's gotten an advantage. Punk gets airmailed to the floor. And Styles goes to work. Twist into a blue thunder bomb. Only two. Here comes the Angel Swings. Styles counters, misses the spinning heel kick. Daniels caught him. There's the Angel Swings. No, only two. Punk made the save. That would have been three. And now, double arm backbreaker. 2 count. That Angel's Wings is a devastating move. Your only choice is to avoid getting hit by it. Has him hooked in a gory special. Drops the face first. AJ makes the save. Styles back up. Trying to soften up CM Punk. Has him up. Nails him with a gourd buster. And Punk kicks out. Styles said, come on, what do I have to do? What a war of attrition this has been. We'll see how long they can go and who finally gives out. Punk comes in, he got caught. Moonsault, got caught. Tombstone is countered. And Styles hits the tombstone. And Daniels makes the save. CM Punk suffered a fractured skull over the summer. And he just got nailed with a tombstone pile driver. Into the top turnbuckle. And here comes Daniels. Got caught. Moonsaulting. He likes to go for a final cut after that, but Daniels was able to counter that move nicely. Leapfrog. Sunset flip. Styles Clash, yes! Styles Clash, you got it? And the Shining Wizard by Punk. He gets 1, 2, 3! Said that's for Joe Strummer, the lead singer of The Clash, who recently passed away. That's who he dedicated that win to. It's CM Punk. In fact, I'm not really up on The Clash, but I think this might be them playing right now. Don't quote me on that. But anyway, CM Punk wins, and he has a chance to become the IWC champion again. He is the #1 contender, and he will face Jimmy Vegas for the title. What a war that was. Went well over 20 minutes. AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels looking fabulous as they always do. But CM Punk saw his opportunity. AJ Styles hit the Styles Clash. That was Punk's cue to hit the Shining Wizard on Styles and then pin Daniels. This is it, our main event of our live show here in Bellevue, Pennsylvania. CM Punk, the challenger, going after Jimmy Vegas.
And it looks like Punk has the fans on his side here.
He does. And the fans booing Vegas.
Punk must have that respect factor after he defeated AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels all at the same time.
That's right, what a match that was. Jeff Gorman here along with Joe Dombrowski bringing you this match. CM Punk looking to recapture the IWC title. Jimmy Vegas, the only man ever to be a two-time champion.
And it's the title he was never officially beaten for.
That's right, he suffered that fractured skull last summer. And he had to be stripped of the title, and now he has a chance to win it back. And Vegas showing his power early on.
Vegas has been relentless as champion so far, though he'll be tough to beat. Injuring Dennis Gregory way back when. And of course his annihilations of Bubba the Bulldog, despite all the deck stacked against him, despite a Steeler as a referee.
Jimmy Vegas just keeps getting stronger and stronger, but this is going to be a tough challenge. And Vegas taking a little breather here. And CM Punk, you mentioned that three-way dance against Daniels and Styles. What an incredible match that was.
Awesome.
And Punk really regained some of the respect of these fans that he lost back in September when he attacked Daniels at the end of the 30-minute Iron Man match. Some of the fans are kind of getting back on Punk's side, and you have to really respect his ability.
No doubt. You cannot doubt the ability of this guy.
Tie up once again. Headlock applied by Punk. And Vegas shoves him off. Punk goes downstairs and takes him over the Hurricane Rana. And an arm drag takedown, and Punk on top of things.
Punk has the momentum on his side. He can wrestle anyone's game. Probably the best all-around wrestler in the company. And
one thing that Vegas might have in the back of his mind, that the first time Vegas was the champion, his title reign was ended by CM Punk. So we'll see if Punk can make lightning strike twice here. Whips him in, shoulder block, and Punk staggers but doesn't drop. Vegas says, that was fun, let's try it again. Again. Doesn't go down. Here we go. Through the legs. And took him over the Hurricane Rana one more time. And an arm drag. So Punk keeping the champion off balance right now.
He's got the momentum definitely on his side. Vegas needs to get out of there and regroup.
Punk feeling pretty confident right now. And continues to work on that left arm of Jimmy Vega.
Vegas is well known for his power moves, his innovative slam, cha-ching slam. If his arm is messed up, he can't do that.
And Punk knows that. He's really wrestling a smart match early on. But this plays into the power of Jimmy Vegas, this battle over a wrist lock. And Punk is going down. And the Punkettes up in the top are leading the cheers for CM Punk. All they need are a bunch of pom-poms. Up the ropes. Rebounding off the ropes and a hip toss. CM Punk goes under one more time, but Vegas blocked it. Whoa!
On his feet.
German suplex, but Punk landing well. And drop kick sends him out. So Punk's staying a little bit ahead of Vegas right now. But the power Jimmy Vegas has can turn the tide at any moment.
Punk's gonna fly.
Through the ropes with a tope, and Vegas is down. And Punk getting fired up there. It looks like that win over Danielson Styles was really a turning point in Punk's IWC career. And we'll see if he can capitalize by winning the championship again. Oh, that'll slow you down.
Punk made one mistake. It could come back to bite him in the butt.
Right. And Vegas bought himself some time here to get back in the match.
The crowd's been silenced here. All the momentum's been killed.
And a double arm overhead throw by Vegas. Vegas is so good at using moves that play into his power. You know, some wrestlers, they're powerful, but they don't really know how to harness it. Vegas gets the most out of his power in that ring. And Vegas jawing with the crowd right now.
Time. Punk is getting a perfect chance to recover, maybe get a quick roll-up, maybe an upset.
And the newfound fan support of Punk is actually helping him in this match. Vegas with a nice suplex.
Punk needs a desperation move now.
And Vegas getting a 2 count there.
Not a lot of strength in that kick out. If Vegas had more body on body, might have been able to get him.
Actually, that move was sort of like the one Tatanka used to use all the time. The get him on his back and drop back.
The end of the trail.
The end of the trail, that's right.
Why do I know that?
Or as Bobby the Brain Keenan used to call it, the papoose to go.
Hey, how are ya? Hey, how are ya?
Ah, yes, the memories are just flooding back. Punk trying to fight his way back into this match. Series of elbows off the ropes. Sunset flip, can he take the big man over?
Another mistake, he doesn't have the energy to take the weight over.
No. Counters, prawn hold, and out of it into a bulldog goes CM Punk.
This may be Punk's last hope to get a victory. Both men down.
Really rocked the champion, but you're right, Punk is having a hard time getting up as well. Fans rallying behind CM Punk. It's amazing how the sentiment of these fans has swung back.
Almost overnight.
Yeah, I know, it's amazing. Here we go. Blocking those right hands and coming back.
Making a comeback. You can feel the adrenaline pumping.
Here we go, and the elbow.
Out of the elbow if you will, baby.
Punk's feeling it now. Sends him in, and an elbow takes him down. Punk sends the champion reverse, and a forearm to the head takes Vegas down. Oh, Vegas kicks out. So hard to put a guy as big and as strong across the shoulders as Vegas. Put him down for 3 count. It's very tough. Big chop.
Oh, vicious shot. I don't know how much they're hurting that big chest of Vegas. These people can couch to 10. It's amazing.
They sure can. What a great curriculum they have here at Northgate High School.
Good thing Punk stopped after that, though. They might get confused.
Back at him. Is that the one that Cray teaches? Math?
I can't comment on it.
Russian leg sweep, and Punk's going up. Split-legged moonsault. 2 count. It was kind of tough. These ropes are a little bit loose, but he was able to get over on that split-legged moonsault. Drills him with an STO. What's he going to go for here? Punk's heading up.
He's taking a big chance at this point in the match. If he misses it, his hopes are done.
Here we go.
Got him.
Frog splash.
New champion. No.
No. Punk coming very close to recapturing the title.
What effort both men are giving.
He says it's over. He's going to try to put him away. He's going to try to hook him up for the Pepsi plunge in the corner. Can he hit that on the big man? No, he's going to do a tornado DDT. No, it's blocked. Oh, Vegas caught him with the F5. That could be it.
Punk is motionless.
And that's going to be...
Oh.
No! Oh, I thought that was 3, Joe.
Both men have fought so hard. Just kick somebody in the crotch. Go to all means.
Vegas can't believe it that Punk kicked out after he hit the F5. He may have to try it again. And he does.
Punk can't withstand 2 of those.
F10. And that's going to be...
No.
He kicked out again.
Unbelievable.
CM Punk showing
won't
some
quit.
tremendous pride and heart here.
More guts than brains, as they say.
He is not staying down.
That shows you the drive and determination. He wants to win this title. That shows how important it is.
Means a lot to him, you're right. Vegas trying to keep Punk at bay. He's going to go for a 3rd time.
Got it.
He did it.
Will this keep him down?
F15. Feet on the rope.
Oh.
He got him. Feet on the rope. Vegas wins.
They had to use cheap tactics, but he got the W.
Vegas gets the victory after 3 F5s and the feet on the rope.
Just ripped off the hide of a deer on the side.
The IWC Championship is on the line as CM Punk challenges Sterling James Keenan. Jeff Gorman here along with Joe Dombrowski and Kingdom James.
Yo.
We are in Johnstown, PA at the Cambria County War Memorial, the site of so many great wrestling shows over the years. It's also the home of the Johnstown Chiefs hockey team. Who cares? The ECHL.
Hey. This town was the home of the Johnstown Jets, the minor hockey team that was the basis of the movie Slapshot. So you show some respect, you four-eyed freak, or I'll come over there to you and knock you out cold.
In fact, I believe that movie was filmed here, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Sorry.
The greatest sports movie ever made.
Even better than Major League when the Indians won at the end?
You know, the 2 of you together, we'd get one more four-eyed idiot. We'd have our own little Hanson brothers.
Hey, don't talk about Joey Styles like that.
Easy.
Shoulder block, very quickly CM Punk gets a 1 count. And another 1 count.
Quite an interesting situation with CM Punk now as he goes for another cover, just making his return to IWC tonight and already being thrust into the spotlight of a championship match. Sterling James Keenan in an interview stated he doesn't think CM Punk deserves it. But keep in mind, Punk never lost that title 2 years ago when he had a forfeited due to a head injury.
That's right. CM Punk was the IWC champion. He busted his head open, literally, in a match against Reckless Youth. in the summer of 2002, and like you said, he didn't lose the belt in the ring, and he has a chance to win it back in the ring right now. But it was Sterling James Keenan about a year ago who beat CM Punk, and that was a real eye-opening victory for Keenan. But look at how far Keenan's come. He's the champion.
Right, back then Sterling's victory was considered an upset, but I'm not so sure if it would be now. Sterling has grown so much into the champion we see today.
Two men of very similar physiques, very similar styles. I think we're going to see a heck of a match once again.
We got a battle, a test of strength here between Keenan and Punk, as it's the champion Keenan wearing the yellow. These two kind of look a little bit similar. Punk wearing the white trunks, and looks like Keenan's got the advantage right now, but Punk firing back up. I don't think Keenan or anybody could argue that CM Punk is not worthy of a title shot. Punk is really a good candidate for Wrestler of the Year. He has been all over the place. He's just wrestled at a very high level. He's been in Japan. He's been, NWA, Ring of Honor, just all over the place. Punk has had an exceptional year, and he's coming back on Keenan.
Big force in all those promotions, and he hopes to capitalize on that success right here in IWC.
Punk off the ropes, leapfrog by Keenan, now won by Punk. Keenan catches him, sends him in, reversed by Punk, so they're really both battling pretty evenly right now. Full Nelson, countered into a full Nelson for Keenan. Good counter, dropping into a victory roll into. And a good counter by CM Punk there. Into a hip toss, and Snapmare takes him over. So Punk very aggressive here. He really wants that belt back very badly.
It's a chance to join the very short list of former two-time IWC champions.
And that list consists of
Jimmy Vegas, Dennis Gregory.
Good job. You see, he really is a professor.
I told you, hey, listen, I might think he's a punk kid who's never going to go anywhere and I ought to slap him most of the time, but I do admit the fact that he knows what he's talking about.
Now that's what you call damning with faint praise.
I don't know whether to be mad at that or be proud.
He's a smart, dumb punk kid.
Thank you.
That's right. I would take 25% of that compliment and run with a joke. And now Sterling James Keenan looking like he's ready for a somewhat disingenuous handshake.
Well, Sterling has proven with his unstoppable uprising as more than just a cool-sounding catchphrase. He's taken his career to the highest peaks IWC has to offer and hasn't looked back at all. And it's sort of like a role reversal to their previous match. Back then, Punk was the established title contender, and Sterling has something to prove. But now Punk, he's been gone since, I think, March. He's the one with something to prove.
The crowd here in Johnstown is really very cynical.
Ooh. Keenan got him.
I think if they'd have been accepting of that handshake attempt, that wouldn't have happened just now.
So you're thinking it was kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy?
I think that the crowd here in Johnstown ought to get behind their IWC champion and cheer him on to victory.
Well, there's no way that's going to happen. You heard the chants just as I did before the match. The fans chanting "Skinny Me" towards Sterling James Keenan, really getting on his nerves.
And Keenan really feels like he's not getting the respect he deserves. He's earning it in the ring, but the fans are kind of slow to get behind Sterling James Keenan.
Well, if they don't want to give him the respect, I'm sure Sterling would be happy to jump the rail, go out into the crowd, and beat a little respect out of each and every one of them.
Sterling claimed recently he was sickened by Norm Connors trying to quote-unquote screw him and using his name to draw people and then using trickery to try to get the championship away from him. But he forgets Connors is the one that gave him that championship shot in the first place. Well,
what Sterling calls trickery, I would call, keeping the action in the ring with no outside interference, and that's what Norm Connors has said. I see nothing wrong with that.
I don't think Norm Connors gave him this the title opportunity. I think Sterling forced it out of his hand. I think he pried it out of his hands.
Well, Sterling can't rely on that interference anymore. Norm Connors told him a few weeks ago, if you're going to win the title like a man, you have to defend it like a man each and every time, and that's what he's doing.
Keenan doing a good job of controlling CM Punk with his neck vice here. And right to the eyes goes Keenan.
Sterling made another bold statement on our website. He said, quote, "CM Punk fears me," although I'm seeing no evidence of that.
I don't think you can say that considering the wars that Punk has been in with Raven this year. That's going to be up for a feud of the year. It's really been an outstanding year for CM Punk, and this would be a great way to cap it off with another title win. Big shot by Punk. And Keenan right to the eye. Punk
has been very successful in NWA, TNA, in Ring of Honor, in Japan, but that all doesn't matter here. He has to prove himself all over again to this Pennsylvania crowd.
Big back suplex, and right now Keenan is on top of the mountain.
As we said before, both of these guys very similar, and neither afraid to go for a quick cheap shot. There we go once again. Perfectly illustrating my point. A minute ago, CM Punk biting the fingers of Sterling James Keenan to get free of that neck vice, and Sterling returning the favor with his shot to the Little Punks.
The Little Punks. Well, the Big Punk is out there, and he's not feeling too well after that shot, as Keenan tries to follow up by sending Punk back into the ring.
Well, despite Sterling saying that the odds have been against him, he's had no short of confidence. He says he'll be CM Punk's destruction, and it seems like he was doing that pretty well, but now CM Punk with a comeback until Sterling goes to the eyes.
Boy, Keenan really talks a lot of pre-match smack on the website, doesn't he?
He does.
Yes. I don't know if he just does that to pump his own ego up or give himself the confidence or what.
I don't think he needs to give himself the confidence. I think he has that firmly planted in his mind. He's just trying to convince everybody else he's as good as he thinks he is.
Big right hand by Keenan, and he's trying to keep Punk down. Only a 1 count.
It's all part of Keenan's psychological game. I've talked before about him being having kind of a Anton LaVey, Jim Jones mentality.
Look at this.
What are we going? We're going for the submission.
Helter Skelter. He's got it hooked in. Punk getting stretched out with that Helter Skelter.
He can only keep it to the 4 count if he doesn't want to disqualify himself.
Very effective, though.
But that would save his title.
I don't know. I don't know if Norm Connors would even let a DQ happen in a match like this. He might come down and order the match to continue. He's right down there, right on the floor.
He's watching rather intently his championship match.
Big job by Punk. And Keenan comes right back with another low blow. And Bryce Remsburg is starting to lose patience. Hooks him over, and a 2 count.
Who's losing patience?
Bryce Remsburg, the referee, the one in the striped shirt.
The Squeak Scolari looking guy. All right.
I'll take your word for it, as Keenan with the Irish whip on Punk. Here he comes. Monkey flip, and he got him with it. So Keenan looking very good right now as he tries to retain his IWC title. And we're seeing Keenan wrestling pretty much better and better every match. I mean, the championship is really working for him.
I think CM Punk may be a little surprised, a little taken aback at the amount of improvement Sterling's been experiencing over the past year since they last met.
Whoa, what a super kick. And Keenan is knocked into next week.
Lights are out and no one is home in the Keenan household.
You don't see Punk always go for this super kick, and he really surprised everybody, especially Keenan.
Well, I think you'll find Punk knows where he is at all times. He needed a breather, and that's what he's getting right now, and he needed one shot to give himself that breather, and the super kick was exactly what he needed.
Keenan up to his feet first. Punk close behind. And Punk fires back with some rights. Swing and a miss. Oh, they got him that time with a left-handed clothesline, and now a conventional right-handed clothesline. Punk's got it going now. Right across, and now he's really getting fired up. Big lariat.
CM Punk feeling the big comeback. He can have him
No,
now.
only 2.
CM Punk has had a few opportunities to regain that IWC championship he never lost, but he's never had a better chance than now. And he's capitalizing on it.
Knee to the gut, right into a drop kick. Punk really stringing those moves together. And a 2 count.
Walking up the champion's face, basically.
You know, we haven't seen Punk here in IWC for a while, but he's added a lot of new stuff to his repertoire since then, and that's a sign of a good wrestler. And now, Punk setting up. Wow, hammerlock clothesline. And he gets 2.
Sterling could feel that championship slowly but surely slipping away. He comes closer and closer to the 3 count.
Sterling is definitely going to have to come up with something big soon.
Went to the well once too often.
Big dragon suplex. Very good move there by Keenan, and that knocked a lot out of Punk.
Both men down and hurt at this point.
Sterling scouted that move the second time around, and now Sterling gets that desperate chance for a breather he's been seeking.
Exactly. The same way that Punk needed the super kick to give himself an opportunity to recoup. That suplex was for Sterling to make his way down to the mat and maybe take a quick nap.
Both these guys laying it all on the line for the IWC Championship. The competition here has just really increased over the last couple years And these are the two fighting for the belt right now. And they know there's a ton of people in the back who are also worthy. Good counter there. Punk goes in from behind, hooks him up with the DDT. Man!
Planted him right at the top of his head.
Here we go again.
I think Sterling's out of it. I think we have a new champion.
No, only two.
I've never seen a man tied up like that for a DDT. I don't know how Sterling Keenan kicked out.
That was very innovative. And Punk came very close to winning the title, but Keenan showing us a lot here. And Punk scoops him up, and down goes the referee. He got clobbered. Hooks him up. Whoa! There's the diamond cutter.
Yes.
We're here in America where they call it a diamond
Well,
cutter.
the Punk's been to Japan, so maybe we could, whatever.
Yeah,
We have a cover in the ring, but there's no referee.
the ref is very close, but he's in no position to see it. He got waylaid.
Punk had the title won.
There's no referee. He didn't have the title won.
Sterling was down for over 3 seconds. What are you talking about?
I didn't hear anybody counting.
There should have been a count.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Bryce Remsburg is still down. Here comes Keenan off the top. Punk was waiting for him, and he's going to hook him up. Texas Cloverleaf. He's really got it cinched in. Look at that. And Keenan's tapping.
That's the second time he should have this title won. CM Punk should be a two-time champion.
Ref's still not there.
And once again, you know, it was Punk swinging Sterling around in a dangerous manner that knocked out the referee.
You may not have seen counting, but I damn sure saw tapping. You can't deny that. CM Punk should be the champion.
And he's finally sort of slapping some sense into Bryce Remsburg, and now he's up. How many fingers am I holding up? Okay, are you ready? Let's go.
Oh, but he gave Sterling too much time.
Caught him. He's hooking him up.
Oh, here we
MK
go.
Ultra. Is he going to get it? Yes, he got it. One.
Does he retain his title? Is it enough to
Two.
defeat Punk?
No.
No!
Punk kicked out in the MK Ultra.
Unbelievable.
Boy, that would have been really bad for Punk to wake up the referee, only to have him count the 3 count.
That was the slowest, lamest count I've ever seen.
Well, he's injured. Bryce has had a rough match here. He's been knocked around. He's kind of loopy.
Now Sterling's upset with him. He gets pushed. But Remsburg retaliates.
1, 2,
Take
no.
that.
That was a little quicker. He must be coming around. Irish whip. Keenan goes in hard. Punk got caught with a boot to the face. And now Keenan winds him up. Backslide. 1 feet on the ropes. He got it.
Oh, come on. Brilliant.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest and still IWC champion, Sterling James Keenan.
CM Punk cannot believe it.